Hello and welcome to Maple Flavored Yoga. My name is Andy and this is Dr. Claw. This is the 7th and final week of the Chakra Journey. So if you've been following along, congratulations. This has been a really wonderful journey for myself and I hope it's been a positive experience for you too. So this practice is going to be tapping into all of the 7 chakras, and then we are going to be finishing off with a 5-minute meditation to really stimulate and balance our 7th chakra, which is also known as our Crown Chakra, which is located right on the top of our head. And it's also called Sahasrara in Sanskrit. So as always, we will come into this moment, fully allowing ourselves to be here. If you would like to set an intention or a sankalpa for this practice, feel free to do so. As always, I would like to send out gratitude to the people of South Asia who have created and cultivated this beautiful yoga practice that we get to share. If your eyes were closed, you can blink them open, taking in the surrounding space that you are in. So, excuse me, Dr. Claw. To begin, we're actually going to be coming down into a wide-legged child's pose. So take a few moments moving into this pose. You can have your arms out front, or if it feels better, you can have them down by your sides, or you can stack your palms as well. So select whatever pose feels best for you. And once you get into this pose, really allow gravity to take over, allowing yourself to ground into your mat. We'll take 3 big breaths here. In and out of our nose. Really feeling your belly inflate. Slowly lift your head off the floor. Walk our hands closer to our knees. And we're going to come up onto the toes and actually come right up into a rag doll. So once again, allowing gravity to really take your torso, bending your knees liberally here. You can cross your arms, let your neck relax. Feeling this beautiful grounding pose. This can feel really good for the cervical spine as well. This inversion is really gentle and it allows that nice elongation and reduces pressure of the cervical spine. If you want, you can begin to straighten your legs a little bit more and sway from side to side if that feels good. Introducing some blood into the backs of the legs. Making sure that you are grounded down with your heels, the big toe mounds, and the little toe mounds. That nice even weight distribution, the triangle of the foot. And you can come to stillness. If it feels good, you can place your fingertips or your hands on the floor, or your shins or your thighs, wherever you're at. And we'll begin to straighten the legs. Always bending from our hips, making sure we're not curling through the spine. Nice flat back. Coming into a forward fold now, Uttanasana. Remember, the goal isn't to necessarily come straight flat down. It's wherever you start to feel that sensation in the back of your legs. We're all in different spaces, and some days you'll have it where you can come into your forward fold deeper than other days. Just allow yourself to be wherever you're at. On our next inhale, we'll hinge from the hips. Bring our arms overhead. Exhale, bring hands to heart center. And then down by our sides into mountain pose, Tadasana. 3 breaths here, allowing that beautiful rooted foundation to be created. On the next inhale, inhale, arms up. Exhale, hinge forward, back into that forward fold. From here, we're gonna walk our hands out and we'll come into a downward facing dog. You can pedal your feet here. Swing your hips from side to side if that feels good. Taking any intuitive movement that your body is asking of you. We all sit a lot during the day or night, depending on your schedule. It just feels really, really good. The benefits of downward facing dog are plenty. Come to stillness here. Just connect with your breath. If your heels aren't on the floor, that's okay. Just intend them down. Just try to elongate the backs of the legs. From here, we'll step our right foot forward, bringing our left knee to the floor. And we want to make sure that our knee isn't surpassed our ankle. You can have blocks here too, or you can come up and bring your hands on your hips, whatever feels better for you. But we're going to have a nice long neck, chest is forward, collarbones are shining forward on an inhale. On exhale, we'll push back into a half Hanuman or half split. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Really tapping into that water element of the second chakra here. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. And hold here for 3 breaths. If you want to explore a different sensation, you can come into full Hanuman or full splits. My mat is really sticky, so it's hard to slide forward. Whatever you do, just come down as far as feels somewhat comfortable. This is a large shape. Just making sure that you're not sacrificing and opening your hip to the side to get deeper into the pose or closer to the floor. We want our hips to still be pointing, well, our left hip pointing forward. We don't want to be opening up to the side. So you can, if you were in full splits or Hanuman, you can come back, and we'll come back into downward facing dog here. Allowing whatever sensations you're experiencing to be. And then we will step our left foot forward, and we're going to do that same sequence on this side. So take a moment to set yourself up. You want to make sure that we are keeping our body in an alignment so it's not going to harm ourselves. Back toes are tucked, collarbones shining forward, nice long neck. And inhale, we intend our heart forward. Exhale, we'll glide back slowly. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Do that one more time. This just feels so good. Inhale forward. Exhale back. From here you can stay in this half Hanuman. If you're feeling a lot of saturation here. If you want to come into a full Hanuman, and again, if you have any props at home, feel free to use them if you've got blocks or pillows or bolsters. As you can see, my left inner thigh is quite tight. So we're always going to be different on both sides, and that is totally okay. Listen to the specific needs that your body is requesting throughout your practice always, and throughout your life. I think that's a good thing to try and always be aware of, as much as possible, obviously. And here, tuck your back toes. You can slide your foot back. And again, we'll come into downward facing dog for 3 breaths. Once again, allowing yourself to experience whatever that is. The good, the bad, the ugly, you know. I just think about when I'm experiencing things that are maybe less than desirable, the amount of undoing that I'm experiencing on other levels, the amount of release, that stagnant energy that's stuck in those spaces comes down into the tabletop, and then we'll come down onto our bottoms and eventually our backs. So even though it's not the most comfortable at the time, it's kind of like a spring cleaning for your muscles and your energetic body. So you're getting in there, you're getting into the corners, the nitty gritty. We'll bring our palms of our feet together. We'll bring the bottoms of our feet together, coming into a reclined goddess. You can bring your arms up over your head, grasping your elbows if that's available to you. The closer your heels come to your pelvis, the more intense the stretch will be. So if you'd like to have it farther away, or even if you'd like to just see, everyone's body is different, so maybe having it farther away is moving your body in a new way. If you can't grasp your elbows, that's fine. You can just bring them up overhead. Just allow the shoulders to soften here. Sink into this. If this is uncomfortable for your thighs, you can always grab some pillows or blankets or blocks and prop your legs up as well. So now from here, we're going to really ground our feet into the floor. Bring our hands forward. We're going to come up into a sit-up, a Baddha Konasana sit-up. So slowly sit up, and we'll slowly come back down, trying to keep our feet on the floor. Do 2 more of these, really nice and controlled. It takes a few moments to get used to this somewhat strange variation. And slowly, slowly, slower than you want to, I'm shaking, come back down. That was a lot. All right, from here we'll bring our feet to the floor and we'll once again come up to seated. We're going to come into bow pose. So there's a few different variations as always. You can bring your feet just off the floor so that your thighs are illuminated. You can feel your bellies starting to fire. You can bring your feet up, balancing on your bottom. And you can always bring your legs straight forward. That is hard. That is hard, yes. Yes, it is. And we'll come down into a low boat. Exhale, come up. Inhale, come down. Exhale, come up. Oh my goodness. One more time. Inhale, come down. Exhale, come up. Struggle bus. Woo. All right, and we'll come back down. Feet on the floor. Oh, that was intense. Really feeling that fire. The 3rd chakra definitely after that. So I won't put you through that again, but we will hold for 3 breaths. So select whichever boat you want to be in. And you're thinking, maybe I don't want to be in any of these boats, Andy. Why are you doing this? Because it's good for us. This is our inner fire. This is our authoritative, hear me roar, my purpose. I am allowed to take up space. Space. Ooh, all right, feet to the floor, nice and slow. We can windshield wiper our legs from side to side. I'm feeling some saturation in my legs and obviously in my core. Maybe you're not feeling it there. All of our experiences are definitely different. So from here we're going to come up onto our knees. We're going to be doing a bit of a camel flow where we're going to be coming into half camel on each side, kind of flowing back and forth, starting off with the shape being a little bit small, and then you can make it as big and boisterous as you want to, and then we'll come into camel pose or Shavasana. So bring your right hand to the floor, or obviously if you have blocks, we're just going to kind of begin to open up our hips, coming to the left, doing that on the other side, starting to get that Opening in our hips and our chest. Doesn't matter how far off the ground you're coming. Just allow yourself to experience what you're experiencing without trying to change it. So the more you get warm, the more you can start to open up. We'll do one more on each side. And then we'll come back. You can sit on your feet. That's a lot. You can tuck your toes as well. And just allow those sensations to wash over you. When you're ready, we will come back onto our knees. Bringing our hands to our low back. You can keep your feet flat or have your toes tucked, whatever feels best in your body. So we're going to inhale and begin to inflate our heart up to the ceiling. Exhale, we will ground down into the floor, creating a nice sturdy base. Inhale, intend your heart up. Exhale, ground down. Inhale, heart up. Exhale. If you want, you can begin to reach back for your heels, but as always, there's no rush to get there. If you feel comfortable allowing your head to tip back, go for it. 3 breaths here. On your next inhale, find your hands at your low back. Inhale up nice and slowly. Exhale, come down. Whew, that was a lot. And we'll come into a nice, easy twist here. Looking over your shoulder if that feels good. To the other side. And now just allow yourself to feel what you're feeling. We'll do one more breath here. Inhale, we'll come back up. Tuck your toes, flat feet, whatever you want. And again, you don't have to come back into full camel. Maybe you only wanted to do the one. So if you want to just come into this pose and intend your heart up to the sky, you're getting all the same benefits. So don't force yourself into spaces that your body is like, no, not doing it. Because that's when we can hurt ourselves. So inhale, inflate and lengthen. Exhale, melt back a bit further. And if you want to reach for your heels, go for it. 3 breaths. Next, inhale, coming back up slowly and down. And then you can come into child's pose. You can bring your arms down by your sides, stack them underneath your forehead. Whatever feels best for you. Take a moment to collect yourself. Inhale, we will rise, making our way onto our backs. We're going to be coming into shoulder stand and plow pose. So if shoulder stand is something that you do not want to do, just like in the week 5 video, you can do the standing forward fold where you clasp your hands behind your head and bring your chin to your chest. It's going to give you all the same benefits. It's the same shape, so if coming onto your neck is something that you don't want to do, you can definitely do that, or you can come into a forward fold as well. So select what's best for you. As always, I don't want anyone doing something that they're really nervous about doing or they just don't want to do. Look at Dr. Claw. Sorry. Okay, so if you are going to come up into shoulder stand and you have an animal that you just gotta kind of move out of the way. All right, so we're going to bring our knees to our chest. Really activate our core, push off the floor with our arms, and then bringing our hands to our low back. Legs are really active here. As always, there should be no pain at all. And make sure that you always keep your gaze up. We don't want to move to the side at all. Do 2 more breaths here. All right, so you can either stay here or if you want, you can begin to coming into plow pose. You bring your arms behind you, interlacing your fingers. We'll take 3 breaths here. Bringing our hands to our low back once again. We can bring one of our legs up, whichever one feels best, and slowly using the backs of our arms to control bringing our back to the floor. Oh, that felt really good. My body is definitely working hard through this class, but it feels really, really good. So we'll slide up on our mat a little bit. Bring our feet to the floor. We'll take our right leg, cross it over our left, bring our arms out to the sides. And then dropping our knees to the left, you can look over your right shoulder if that feels good for your neck. Enjoying this twist. Still breathing into our bellies here. Inhale, we'll come back to center. We'll cross our legs the other way, so left over right, or the opposite of whatever you were doing. Dropping our legs to the right and then looking over our left shoulder. Enjoying this twist, allowing it to reset and help us digest. what we found in that practice. Inhale back to center once again. We're going to come into Shavasana. So get comfy. Use any props or blankets or sweaters or socks that you want to for the Shavasana. Release any control you had of the breath. Allow your body to naturally take over. Try and melt into your mat. Release any thoughts. Check to see if you're holding tension in your jaw or your neck, your stomach or your glutes. Soften the space behind your eyes. Allowing your body to integrate all that we've found in that physical asana practice. If you would like to introduce some movement into your fingers and your toes, you can give yourself a great big stretch like you do in the morning. And when you're ready, you can roll to whichever side feels best and take a moment there. When you're ready, you can make your way back to seated. We're going to come into a 5-minute meditation. As we know, the purpose of asana is actually to prepare the body and the mind for meditation. So if you'd like to grab a cushion or anything like that, feel free to do so. So find your seat. Have a nice tall spine. And just allow yourself to quiet your mind. If thoughts arise, that's totally normal. Just allow them to pass. There is no such thing as bad meditation. As with yoga and most things in life, it's practice. With the 7th chakra, we learned in week 5 that it does not have a seed sound. It is meant to listen. And that is often what meditation can be, is listening to the more subtle layers of yourself. Learning to quiet the usual distractions to move into the deeper layers of being. If thoughts or emotions bubble up, it's okay. Bring yourself back to this moment. If you would like to continue with this meditation, feel free to pause the video now. If you're ready to come out of this meditation, you may blink your eyes open. Try to open your eyes to a soft gaze. After meditating, sometimes your senses can be really heightened, so if you're in a bright room, we don't want to zap our eyes and take us out of that really nice, relaxing feeling that meditation can give you. After that beautiful and full practice, we can take a moment to once again observe how we're feeling. Any sensations in your physical body, or maybe you're feeling something energetically, allow yourself to really feel it. Maybe there's some thoughts that are coming up, and that's totally normal as well. Just simply allow it to be, whatever it is. And we'll bring our hands to heart center, bowing our heads. I want to thank you for taking this time to invest in yourself. It can be really difficult to do that some days, so I just want to say good job, because it is really important for us to take care of ourselves and replenish our energy, both physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, because when we are taking care of ourselves, we're then better and more capable at being the best version of ourselves for everyone else in our lives, in our personal life, family, work, whatever it is. When you're investing in yourself, you're investing in everyone around you. So it's a win-win for everybody. And you're going to be in a better mood. So that's good too. I also want to thank you so very much for allowing me to assist in your yoga practice and participating in this 7-week chakra journey. It's been a really wonderful experience for me, and I hope it has been for you too. I know Dr. Claw has loved it, obviously. So no matter where this life takes you, know that you are seen, you are loved, and you are divine. Take care.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to Maple Flavored Yoga.